Welcome to North Carolina Weekend. I'm Deborah Holt Noel. 150 years ago, on April 9th, General Robert E. Lee surrendered the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia to Lieutenant General Ulysses S. Grant at Appomattox Courthouse in Virginia, signaling a close to the Civil War. But the largest surrender of Confederate troops occurred in North Carolina, just a few miles from downtown Durham. Bennett Place commemorates this major event with over 10 days of activities, and producer Rob Holliday has a preview.
The Bennett farm saw plenty of harvests in its heyday, but none like the one that came in April of 1865, when the seeds of a lasting peace to end the Civil War were sown.
Bennett Place is the site of the largest surrender of Confederate troops at the end of the American Civil War. General Joseph E. Johnston for the Confederate forces will surrender to General William T. Sherman commanding the Federal troops in North Carolina.
With nearly 90,000 Confederate soldiers laying down their weapons, the surrender sealed at Bennett Place, a few miles from downtown Durham, would usher in a period of peace after more than 4 years of fighting. The stage for the surrender at Bennett Place was set a few weeks earlier in eastern North Carolina.
These two generals, Johnson and Sherman, will meet at the Battle of Bentonville in March of 1865. After that engagement, Johnson realizes that he can do nothing to stop Sherman's forces here in the Carolinas.
Historians say that realization, combined with Robert E. Lee's surrender of troops at Appomattox, made things clear for the Confederate commander.
Johnston evaluates the situation, sees the desperation on his men's face, knows that the war is over.
So he got word to his Union counterpart that he'd like to meet.
On the morning of the 17th, the generals agreed to start marching on the old Hillsborough Road, and basically wherever they ran into each other, they'd figure it out.
That rendezvous spot proved to be just outside the Bennett farm, making the family's house a perfect place to meet. It took 2 weeks, but negotiations between the two sides ultimately led to the surrender. 150 years later, visitors can walk the same ground the generals did as they worked to bring the war to a close.
The structure behind me is the main house of the Bennett farm. It consists of the parlor and the 2 back bedrooms. We have also a kitchen house here, smokehouse, and those are the historic structures, the structures we know were here.
The original Bennett house burned down in 1920, but a nearly identical structure was found on another Durham farm years later and moved to Bennett Place. Along with a kitchen and smokehouse, the building set the scene for what the generals saw in 1865 and give visitors like Gail Price an up-close look.
This one is special. If you like to be part of history, this is a way to touch ground and be closer to it.
Whether you've been to Bennett Place a dozen times or would be making a first visit, there's no time like the present in the month of April to check this place out. There's a host of events planned in connection with the 150th anniversary of the surrender. It all gets underway April 17th.
We're going to be doing real-time tours where we'll be walking along the road, in the building, in this area, the same time the generals would met 150 years ago.
Bennett Place's completely remodeled museum will also open during the 150th anniversary celebration, and reenactments will be on full display.
The last weekend, the 25th and 26th, is going to be end of a 4-year-long commemoration that's taking place all over this country. We will have the generals inside the parlor, and you'll be able to witness them negotiating. We'll have General Sherman and General Johnson and escorts. The horses and the cavalrymen will be out on the farm mingling as they were, and they will perform a reenactment, a skit of sorts, kind of giving you a glimpse of what these generals were talking about.
It's that ability to get close to history that has Gail Price so excited. Like many Americans, she always thought of the Civil War ending at Appomattox.
Actually, I didn't know about Bennett Place. I was totally surprised to find out that this is really a bigger event, but not so historically acknowledged.
As Bennett Place prepares to be in the spotlight again this month, those who know it best hope the extra attention it receives holds firm.
All the battlefields, all the Gettysburgs, Chancellorsville, Vicksburg, Cold Harbor, Petersburg, Chattanooga, Altoona Pass, Resaca, all of those battles, all of the death, destruction, and misery you hear about in these soldiers' accounts, no matter what side you were on, this is the culmination of all of that death and destruction, all of that sacrifice. It was settled here. This is the end of it all. And this is the largest step for reunification the country ever took.
In Durham, I'm Rob Holliday for North Carolina Weekend.
The 150th anniversary of the surrender at Bennett Place runs April 17th through the 26th at Bennett Place State Historic Site in Durham. Bennett Place is at 4409 Bennett Memorial Road in Durham. Now, the best way to plan your visit is to check out the official website at bennettplacehistoricsite.com.